skills also.
Oh yes, I had to give a speech. I have to give a speech once a month.
You're on TV right now. You got to do this all the time, right?
In front of the president of the school. I was so nervous.
Okay.
She
But
did
it
a
worked
wonderful
out
job.
fine.
Well, with me, it's more of putting my skills to use because, like, I've been a part of, like, a team for so long, like, track team, you know, I'm in the military. So it's like, to me, it comes easier than it would for other people because I'm known to be a team player. So it's great working with other people, teaching them, like, how to cooperate with other people also. Like, everybody have their own personality. Everybody have downfalls. I do too, so just working with
All right, let's talk about the rest of the world now. Let's leave Lehman for a few minutes. And let's talk about the rest of the world because you guys are obviously interested in the issues, in politics, and what's going on outside. So what are the issues that are important to you outside? I mean, since you're thinking of politics, politicians tie themselves to certain issues, certain things that really concern them, and maybe crusade with those issues. What are those issues for you?
Well, as I said, I'm not too much into politics, but I like global politics, international politics, and situations in Iraq with the war that's going on. As I said, I'm in the military, and sometimes it's hard. Like, I'm in a reserve, and it's like I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. Am I going to be here to finish my semester? Am I going to be here to even graduate?
Have you been called up for service?
I've never been called, but now they're calling for 4,000 troops to Afghanistan, and I'm like,
40,000.
40,000.
Yes.
Yeah. And dealing with that stress, and dealing with school, and you have student conference, and then you have track, and you know, stuff like that. I have to be involved in it because it affects me. It affects our community. There's a young guy, a specialist. He died at 23 years old. His first tour, and he's from Brooklyn. He died, like, he's 23. So, and there's stuff like Liberia, what's going on with as they call them, thugs over there. Stuff like that. As young people, they're outside without a place to sleep, you know. They turn to drugs, and at the same time, capitalism. We know how that affects a lot of third world countries.
So that's what you're basically concentrating on what's going on in the rest of the world, international politics.
International politics.
I'm definitely into the same thing, everything she just said. I definitely look at our social system and say, how can we better this, you know, for all of us, not even in the United States, on the global scale? What in our system made us, in the past, go this route where we have so few people holding, you know, the riches and, you know, the glory, and so many of us are underprivileged and starving or in turmoil, pure turmoil. Also, I'm interested also on a local level because I try to go to I vote. I'm a regular voter. And you go into turnouts for the primaries and you see 5 people maybe behind you, and they don't know who's running for controller, or they don't know who's running for their council, who's their council member as of present, what are the issues in their community. And looking at the development around my area, the Lower East Side, that they're putting up so many scaffolds, and there's so many bars, yet there's, you know, children there, and there's old tenements, and there's history, and there's culture, and people aren't stopping this. They're not taking notice.
So the development is driving out the old-timers in the community.
Yeah,
gentrification.
The people that I'm from, the immigrants, the real heart and soul, the people who gave New York City its flavor, its different culture, its language, its beat, it's everything.
And what are your issues?
I believe in the idea of capitalism, but not the perverse idea the way we are using it right now. You know, there are a lot of multinational corporations out there that take advantage of third world nations. That shouldn't be happening. But I believe it's the United States' responsibility as a world superpower. There's so many resources, so much money, just so much power in this world to try and change something like that. But I think we're too set in our ways. So I believe in global politics as well, you know, just realizing what's going on in other worlds. There's so much poverty, not only in other countries, but in this country as well. There's so many things wrong with our system right now.
Are you optimistic overall? We have very little time. Optimistic about the way things are going with President Obama, the changes that he promised?
I'm definitely optimistic because if you don't have any sort of good to light your path, the bad is supposed to be the fuel for your fire. And if you don't follow a path into some sort of light, then where are you going?
Well, Bria, you get the last word.
Well, I don't know. Like, as I said, I don't get too caught up into politics. I mean, Obama, he still have a constitution in which to follow, and I don't want to get caught up into the whole race issue, but we know it is working, like, you know, so.
Still a problem in this country.
Still a problem.
Yes,
need
it's
to
a
deal
very
with.
big problem.
Listen, it's wonderful having you on the program. You got to
Thank
get the
you.
guys from Casa to come over now.
Definitely.
Okay? And we wish you good luck in your
Thank
ventures
you.
here at Lehman.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
keep us informed. Keep
Oh,
us
thank you
on
for
the
having
program
us.
informed. Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure learning. I've learned a lot from you. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank
We
you.
had fun.
When we
Yes,
come
we
back, one of my students, Asad Masri, will be talking to a crew member of the new Yankee Clubhouse. It's going to be great to find out all the inside gossip about what's going on at Yankee Stadium. Stay tuned.